What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled Black Panther Was Good. I forgot to do a movie review on Den of Thieves. That was a good movie too. Very good movie. Black Panther, I'm not saying no spoilers. I'm not giving away the movie. It's Friday. I'm going to say this though. For me, I like movies that can make me feel something. Okay? You know, movies that I can get lost in certain things. And one reason for me that I say the movie is good is because after it was over, there were little small things. Cause I have a great memory that I forgot were in the movie, because I kept just flowing with the movie. So there were like certain funny parts, and to me, good movies, they start and they flow, and then they peak somewhere, and it did that for me. I got to see certain scenes from the comic books that I had looked over before, that I know of. That was dope to me. I like the things that they interjected that weren't necessarily in a comic book, and the nuances in that, because you can play on some of those things. That was dope for me. I like that the way they did the hero and the villain. You had both conflicted. I like movies like that. Like when the hero and the villain have a same confliction about them. And I like how everybody else has to deal with theirs because of it. So I thought that was dope. I like how throughout the movie there was a certain amount of love and respect for everybody, even if they weren't on the same side. I like that too. It was challenging, It seems to be. I like the way the characters actually made the most of their time. They made the most of their time. It wasn't like if you felt, for me, when I felt like something was, everything that seemed dull and down actually had a place in the movie. So if you was like, huh, and later on it answered your huh, and I like that about movies, like, because that lets me know it's well written when a person has the intention of doing something, taking you somewhere later, and you just got to go along with the story. So I really enjoyed that part. I enjoyed the connection to the afterlife. I enjoyed that very much so, and how people's connection with the afterlife can be different. That was touching. The dialogue, some people will get it, some people won't. Because I think the dialogue, in some ways, goes from benevolent and vengeful. I think that's what it is, like the overall theme. You can choose benevolence or you can choose revenge, and I think either way you can make a compelling argument for both. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like these damn fucking 3D glasses. The 3D shit be hurting my head. But yeah, it does. So what happened to me was, as I'm watching it, it made me think about things. Like, for the star, I like that he had to make a choice, um, and he chose to make a choice for how he was going to be um, king. Now it was cool, and for Killmonger, I got Killmonger made a choice, and the the complete difference between their choices, I would say, um, are both understandable. I couldn't say nobody. I couldn't say anybody was wrong. You know, that's the crazy part about this one. Like, as a Black American, I could see you gravitating to Killmonger. You know, not gravitating to his gravitating to his thought process. Um, but also as African American, I can see and respect T'Challa's position. You know, the other thing, man, the overlying theme that was beautiful to me was family. Like, there was a certain honor in just respecting and doing whatever you need to do for your family, and at the same time, you know, family was hypocritical. You know, and ultimately, I think that's what made the movie dope, because in essence it was a big family conversation. You know, that an action movie was made out of, and that was dope. You know, I could see where it could do positive things in the future. I could see where it do some things that we might not like with it in the future. But um, overall, I enjoyed the movie. I really did. I'm gonna buy it when it come out. You know, I'm gonna buy it and keep it in my collection. I'm gonna go buy the toys and stuff for myself and my kid. You know, maybe my grandkids will play with it. I don't know. But you know, that's a whole nother thing about that the movie that I have to give props to. Um, the level of the balance between arrogance and humility was intriguing. You know, um, the not willing to the the being willing to work with but not being willing to acquiesce was intriguing also. Um, the idea to either become a better version of your enemy or to become better than your enemy is a hell of a conversation to have. I mean, um, the things that they touched on were cool. Like, were in honesty beyond an action movie, beyond a comic book movie. You know, that was the crazy part about it. Like, this was just, you know, a regular comic book action movie, but at the same time, maybe because it's from a Black perspective that we're not used to seeing, it was a different conversation, a different amount of depth to it because of what went on in it. And it wasn't like people are like it's a Black movie. Like, I will say this: the most beautiful part of the movie for me was the balance between nature and technology. And I think that's something that the world really, you know, has a problem with, and that's the dopest part of the the Wakanda atmosphere. That even that was dope in the comics. That you know you don't have to destroy nature to have a great lifestyle, and appreciated that. Well, I love the tension of love being in the air also and all that. So yeah, I like the movie. So yeah, that's my point. We out.